Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, My People Are Destroyed. Lord will you are edified. Source, the Charleston Press. And this article is entitled, While Americans Are Fighting Racism in Any Type and Form, Teacher Writes the N-Word on Board While Holding Class Fired. This article was published October 29th, 2021. While majority of Americans are fighting racism in any type and form, a rising problem in the last couple of years, some people continue to behave like it's a total normal thing. The issue becomes more concerning when children are directly affected by racism, as it may affect their mental health and future development. Teachers are those who we rely on the most and expect to teach students real values in life. But that was not the case with one teacher who did the opposite while holding class. And this is the reason why our people are destroyed. Case in point, according to this person, teachers are those who we rely on the most and expect to teach students real values in life. That comes from your parents by teaching their sons and daughters the ways of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Case in point, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments. This is what we supposed to be teaching our sons and daughters. For this is the whole duty of man. Ecclesiasticus 30 and verse 1. He that love his son calls him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. So you supposed to correct your son or daughter by utilizing the rod. Verse 2, he that chasteneth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. He that teach his son grieve the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Verse 4, though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead. For he have left one behind him that is like himself. Proverbs 13 and 24. He that spare his rod hate his son, but he that love him chasteneth him betimes. Values comes from the household, from the instructions of your father and your mother. Proverbs 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way. What way? The standard of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. He should go, meaning what? How he's supposed to regulate his lifestyle as he gets older. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should go do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, running to our oppressors to be instructed and also to believe in their so-called boxing technique, receiving the vira so eventually you can eat the potato chip. Our people are dumb, sottish people as well. But this is the point. While Americans are fighting racism in any type and form, teacher writes the N-word on board while holding class fired. And the reason why this teacher did that, and the Lord Yahweh, Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Modern day America is Egypt. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, you shall see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. So-called white people are our enemies. These other nations, all right, are our enemies. For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Right. And our people, all right, the non-elect, they believe in all the philosophies from Esau to these other nations, all right. They believe in those philosophies, but when it comes back to them understanding the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, they don't want no part of it. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and this is the true knowledge. This is the true science. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget your children. So our people are going to die for not listening. Isaiah 31, woe to the rebellious children, the non-elect of the nation of Israel, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt. And how do they walk? Through their mindset and their belief system. Believing in Christianity, believing in so-called science, believing in this political system, believing in some curriculum that Esau has taught you. And that same curriculum has got you a so-called good lifestyle. That walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth. Why? Because the prophets are instructing you to come back to the ways of the Most High, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And this shame and this confusion regarding the belief system or the current mental state the non-elect are in at this time frame, this is going to lead them into what? Destruction. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right. Our people does not know who the enemy is. And if you know Esau is the enemy, whatever he promotes, you're supposed to move yourself from it. But our people do not want to hear that. Why? Because they rather be, and this is the last precept, Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. And it's all about the elect. See, the elect understand who Esau is as having that status, Salaki, as having that status for being our enemy. And the non-elect wants to continue to have this partnership with the Edomites and these other nations. And this mindset is going to lead them into the avenue of destruction. Lord will, you're edified. Shalom.